That's right. Hello, everybody. This is Vinnie Apicella with the VVB Sportswire. We are new and improved today. We have the opening, Let's Get Ready to Rumble by Michael Buffer again. That is great. But as you know, I'm here. Boy, this is great talking into a microphone. But this is new. Well, this time we're going to go by 15-minute segments today. It'll go me, Vinnie, because Brett is not here today. Okay, Brett's not here today because of some other family business that he had. Today it's going to go, like I said, 15-minute segments. It's going to go me, Vinnie. So let's go to a clip. This is going to be about baseball, and it's going to be the New York Yankees when they won the World Series. All right. So here we go. Let me turn on the TV. Vin, focus on. Focus on. Here we go. It's courtesy of MSG's Pinstripe Destiny.
Look around. But there was something in me that was saying, I'll grab this moment. Try and take in some things.
Hayes writes, the Yankees are champions of baseball.
Yep, there we go. The Yankees winning the World Series.
I can't tell you.
Like I said, that was courtesy of MSG's Orion Pictures Pinstripe Destiny. Oh man, I tell you, that was great. When I saw that, I was at home watching my TV. That was great. Here's the pop-up. The catch, the Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees won the World Series. So, like I said today, 15 minutes. This segment will be about baseball, this 15-minute segment. And the next segment, Vinny will do his. And the third segment, I'll come on, and it'll be about wrestling. Fourth segment, Vinny will do what he wants. But first, before I get to the baseball part, let me just say today is May 3rd, 1997. Today is the Kentucky Derby. That's right, the horses are running rampant around the Kentucky Louisville Gardens, whatever it's called. Louisville Racing Track, whatever it's called. But, yeah, the horses are running rampant. And I tell you, it's going to be great. Because I know a lot of people and a lot of horses that are going to watch it. No pun intended. But anyways, we're here. This will be shown on May 11th? Oh, May 10th, 1997. Tomorrow, from the show, tomorrow will be May 11th. And May 18th, 1997, which from this day when it's seen, will be next Sunday. There's wrestling at the Moorfield House at Southern Connecticut State University, United States Wrestling Federation. I'll talk about that later. But if you want to get tickets, they're either $8 or $12. Go to Minimart on Dixwell Avenue, Kelly's Cone Connection on Whitney Avenue, and there are a few other places. Just ask for the tickets. I'll talk about the card later in wrestling. Here we go to baseball. Right now in the East. Let me just say something in the East. Let me just get my stats right over here. I got my stats. Alright, the stats right now for the American League East, as of today, which is May 3rd, 1997, Baltimore is in first place. Boston and New York, the two actual New England rivals, even though the Red Sox are in New England and the Yankees are in New York, they're still New England rivals because I'm a Yankees fan, Vinny's a Red Sox fan. They're tied for second. They are 5 games back. They both won last night, but Baltimore also won. Let's see. Toronto's in 4th place, out by 7 games. And Detroit is in 5th place, of course. What else is new? Out by 8 games. In the Central, Milwaukee. There's a team that you would never think would be in first place, but they're in first place in the Central. Cleveland is in 2nd place, and Kansas City is also in 2nd place. They're tied. They're half a game out. So if they win today, Milwaukee... If Milwaukee, say, doesn't play today, which I don't know about that, let's see. Milwaukee, are they playing? They are playing. They're playing at Seattle, so that won't do nothing there. But anyways, Cleveland and Kansas City tied for second, half a game out. Minnesota, 2.5 games out in 3rd place, and in 4th place, the Chicago White Sox. Now, that's something I want to talk about here. The Chicago White Sox. Why would they be in last place? Everybody was saying, oh yeah, they're the preseason number 1. They're going to win the World Series. Because they got Albert Bell. They got Frank Thomas. Robin Ventura, who's out for the season right now. He's out for the season with a broken leg. And also, they lost Alex Fernandez to Florida. But they're still saying, everybody was still saying that they're number 1. Hey, they got Doug Dre back from Houston, which that was an A-OK pickup for them. But Houston should not have gotten rid of Dre back. But still, the White Sox are in last place. It's still early though, but they lost Ventura for the whole season. On to the West. Seattle's in 1st place. Texas is in 2nd place, a half a game back. Anaheim is in 3rd place. The Anaheim Angels with Jimmy Leyritz, Jim Edmonds, and also Gary DiSarcina. And Jim Abbott, which he just left. He retired, I think. Right? Yeah. Jim Abbott retired. So that's it. Oakland is in last place, 3.5 games back. Now we go on to the National League, Eastern Division. Atlanta, once again, in 1st place after trading Jermaine Dye to get Michael Tucker, but they are still in 1st place. Florida's in 2nd place, 5 games back. Now, if you were thinking about Florida, I had Florida preseason number 1 because obviously, you know, they got Bobby Bonilla, they got Gary Sheffield, they got Moises Alou, who probably is right now the hottest Marlin, and they also have Alex Fernandez. Hey, sorry about that, everybody. The phone rang. I was getting back to this. Florida with Bobby Bonilla, Moises Alou, who is the hottest Marlin right now, like I just said, and Gary Sheffield, and also Alex Fernandez, Al Leiter, Rodman. They just got a heck of a pitching staff. All right, anyways, back to this. In 3rd place, Montreal with 6 games back. 4th place is New York Mets, 7.5 back. And in last place, the Philadelphia Phillies, 8-17. Well, today they're 8-17, 11 games back. Back here in the Central, Houston is in 1st place, but not by much. Pittsburgh making a run for their money with 1.5 games back. St. Louis, 3.5 games back, making a good comeback after how they started. In 4th place, Cincinnati is 8 games back, and in 5th place, obviously, the Chicago Cubs, 6-20, but today, 9 games back. Well, it's still early, but after starting off, well, they started off 0-6 or no, 0-12. That's right, 0-12. Oh, 0-14, and then they finally won 1 game from the Mets. So, hey, the Mets, what else could you say? Now to the National League Western Division. Colorado's in 1st place. Colorado, the parent team of the New Haven Ravens. That's right, Colorado Rockies. Todd Helling went back down to AAA. He got called up to the roster to replace Andres Galarraga when he was injured, but then Helling, since Galarraga came back, he just went back down to AAA. 2nd place, San Francisco. In third place, the Los Angeles Dodgers. San Fran is out by 1. LA is out by 4. And fourth place, last place, San Diego Padres, and they are 8 games out. So they got 1-4-8 in that way, and just like that. The Cardinals did have a winning streak going into last night's game against the Mets, but the Mets snapped that streak. Jimmy Key, the former New York Yankees pitcher, see, we don't need you anymore. He went for the money. He is now 5-0 as the Orioles keep on winning. He is now 5-0. He ties Andy Pettitte for the league lead in wins. Let me just turn the page over here. Let's go to some league leaders. Let's see. League leaders in runs. Ken Griffey Jr., of course. RBIs, Tino Martinez. Tino Martinez had I had at least one two-run homer last night, which was May 2nd, 1997. So Tino Martinez had at least one two-run shot, so his RBIs will go up. Alex Rodriguez from Seattle leads the majors in hits. Doubles, edge break from Toronto. Triples, Derek Jeter from the Yankees, and home runs, Ken Griffey Jr. From Seattle Mariners. Pitching, Andy Pettitte leads the majors with a 2.32 ERA. David Cone has the league lead for strikeouts. And Randy Myers has the league lead in saves. Well, that's for the American League. For the National League, Larry Walker leads the league with the runs. For RBIs, Moises Alou from Florida. For hits, Kenny Lofton from Atlanta. We forgot to go over that big trade. Let's see, it was sending from Atlanta to Cleveland. It was David Justice and, sending from Atlanta to Cleveland. It was David Justice and Marquise Grissom for Kenny Lofton and Alan Embry going from Cleveland to Atlanta. And now now Atlanta is dominating. So Lofton leads in hits. In doubles, it is Goodzielanek from Montreal. Triples, Wilton Guerrero from Los Angeles. He's a rookie, and he's leading the National League in triples. Home runs, Larry Walker from Colorado. Stolen bases, Deion Sanders, after returning to the majors this year, going back to Cincinnati with Ruben Sierra. I'm sorry, my time is almost up. I got about a minute left. Pitching, Pedro Martinez leads the league in pitching. Strikeouts, Kurt Schilling from Philadelphia, and Rod Beck from San Francisco leads the league in saves. My time is up. I'll be taking over the camera. Vinnie Gagliardi will be coming on here. I'll be taking over the camera. We will be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the VVB Sportswire. I'm Vinnie Gagliardi. Our cameraman right now is Vinnie Apicella. As you know, this is May 3rd, 1997. When this gets on the air, it'll be May 10th, 1997. All right. Well, as you know, it's NBA playoff time right now, and the NBA playoffs are right now at the first round of the playoffs. And I'm going to give you a little bit of rundown here on how the NBA playoffs are going and what games are coming up. But right now, let's head to the Eastern Conference. With the main story right now is the Chicago Bulls, who just swept Washington 3-0. They handled Washington pretty good. It was a pretty easy series. But Washington did give them a run for their money, and they did do a pretty good job. And they only lost the third game of the series, 96-95, only by 1 point, so it wasn't actually too bad. So you got to give them credit. And the Bulls now move on to face the winner of the Atlanta-Detroit series, which is right now tied 2-2. By the time this gets on, that series will be over. But right now, Atlanta took the game one of the series by winning it 89-75. But Detroit came back to win the next two games to take a 2-1 series lead. And then last night, May 2nd, 1997, Atlanta came back to even the series at 2 games apiece. But let me give you a little bit of preview on this game here tomorrow, which will be played on May 4th, 1997. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. With Atlanta has the home field advantage, but I think Detroit and Grant Hill will come out with the victory, even though it's Atlanta, and they'll move on to face Chicago, in which should be a very good second-round playoff matchup, and I look forward to that. Moving on to the New York Knicks and Charlotte Hornets. the Knicks, they put on a very good show there, beating Charlotte in 3 straight games, winning the series 3-0. And I think they're going to challenge the Bulls for that NBA playoff berth championship game, which is the best-of-7 series. But the Knicks dominated Charlotte. The only close game was the only one by 7 points, which was Game 2, and 7 points is considered a pretty good victory, but not that good. And then moving on to the Miami-Orlando series, which is tied 2-2. Miami, they came out 2-0 lead in the series, and then boom, Orlando right back into it, and the series is tied 2-2 with Miami taking games 1 and 2, and now Orlando taking games 3 and 4. But game number 5, which will be played in Miami, that game should be very entertaining, and I think that Miami will take it. Alonzo Mourning is having a great playoffs right now, and I think he should take it with Miami moving on to face the Knicks. So that takes care of the Eastern Conference now. In the Western Conference, the Utah Jazz all over the Los Angeles Clippers, beating them in Game 1, 106-86, Game 2, 105-99, and Game 3, 104-92. And but you got to give the Clippers credit. They made the playoffs, and they surprised me. I didn't think they even had a chance to make the playoffs. So they took that series pretty easily there. And now moving on to the Houston Rockets. 3-0 series victory over Minnesota. 3-0. No surprise there. I thought Houston was going to sweep that, and they did. And the Lakers and Portland, which is right now, the Lakers lead the series 2 games. Oh no, the Lakers wrapped that up last night, May 2nd, 97. They beat Portland. They did win last night, and they won the series 3-1. No, the Lakers won 105-101. But we'll get back to you later on that, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the Lakers won, but we have some doubts on that. We will get back. I'm pretty sure the Lakers won. Now to the Seattle-Phoenix game series here. The series is tied 2-2. Phoenix. I knew they had a good team, but if you didn't know, Phoenix started out 0-13 on the season, but rebounded to get the number 7 spot in the playoffs. And now they look to win the series at Seattle, but I think Seattle will win that. So my NBA playoff championship game right now, the best of 7, let me just tell you that. I think it's going to be Chicago coming out of the East, as most people would say. And I also think LA will come out of the West. Shaquille O'Neal will just be too tough, and that should be a good series. I'm not going to say the winner of that, but it should be a good best. We'll probably go into 7 games, maybe 6. So that takes care of the NBA. I don't know if we're going to talk about hockey here. If you want to know about it, it ain't my sport. But I'm just going to give you a little bit rundown on it here. Right now they're on the Eastern Conference semifinals and Western Conference semifinals with New Jersey getting out of the first round, beating Montreal. The Rangers coming out of the first round, beating Florida. And Anaheim out of the Western Conference. They're playing Detroit right now with a 1-0 deficit in hand. The points overtime goal gives the Red Wings a victory. And Anaheim loses last night, 2-1 in overtime. And let me just say, in the first round, they defeated Phoenix, the Phoenix Coyotes, which was a very good series. You know, that series could have went either way because Anaheim is a very tough team right now, and Nikolai Khabibulin from Phoenix didn't do as good as I expected, but they still gave him a 7-game series. In the other Western Conference semifinal, it's Edmonton versus Colorado, which Edmonton is trailing 1-0, and they lost last night, 5-1 to Colorado. So Colorado now has a 1-0 series lead. And the other Eastern Conference semifinal, which begins tonight, is Philadelphia versus the Buffalo Sabres, in which I think Philadelphia should take that. And let me just give you my NHL playoff who I think is going to make the championship. I think it's going to be Philadelphia versus Colorado in the championship best of 7 series. And I'm not going to say the winner, but I'd like to see Philadelphia win that. But I think Colorado should repeat as champions. I don't know how much time I have here. I still got some time. We got about 5 minutes left. I got about 10 minutes. So I got enough time here. Well, so hockey and basketball playoffs are in right now. By the time this gets on the air, there'll be even more. And I just want to go over here. A big disappointment, the New Haven Ravens that are having. Yeah, the New Haven Ravens are, I'll get to that a little later, Vin. The New Haven Ravens right now are 9-18 on the season. They're not having a very good season right now, but I think they should rebound by mid-year, by the All-Star break. Hopefully they'll get back up to 500 and possibly contend for a playoff berth. Let me go over a few people who moved down to A. Mike Zalecki moved down to A, along with Vicente Garcia, and also moving down was Tal Light moved down last night. That was a surprise to me. I didn't think he would move down, but he has made an awful lot of errors and he's striking out a lot. And the Ravens called up Link Jarrett, and they're going to have, I think they should have a pretty good team and contend for the playoffs. But right now, the leader of the whole Eastern League is the Portland Sea Dogs, the AA affiliate of the Florida Marlins. And they now have a 22-6 record, and they lead the Ravens by 12.5 games, with Binghamton, the second-place team, only trailing, well, I shouldn't say only, by 7.5 games. Let me give you a little bit of rundown here on the Eastern League standings as of May 2nd, 1997. In the Eastern League North Division, Portland has a 22-6 record. Binghamton, 13-12. Norwich, the Norwich Navigators, AA affiliate of the New York Yankees, have a 12-14 record, 9 games behind Portland. And New Britain last night, in which New Haven lost to 10-9, and they won the suspended game 8-7. New Britain's in fourth with a 9-16 record, 11.5 back, and New Haven 9-18, 12.5 games back, which is a lot at this point of the season. In the Eastern League's Southern Division, the Trenton Thunder and Bowie Bay Sox are tied for the division lead. This division is quietly packed in here because you got Harrisburg at 500 and Reading at 500, all 1 game back. And then you got Akron, the Akron Arrows, AA affiliate of the Cleveland Indians, 10-13, only 2.5 games back. Could you imagine that? The last place team only 2.5 games back out of 5 teams. It doesn't get any better than that. So I think that division should. I think the winner out of that division would probably have to be either Bowie or Trenton. But Akron, as we told you, last year they were the Can Akron Indians. This year they're the Akron Arrows. But now let me go over something that happened at Shea Stadium about a month ago with Jackie Robinson breaking the lines. And Jackie Robinson night was honored at Shea Stadium, and it was a pretty good ceremony. I believe it happened in the mid-5th. It was. And number 42 is now going to be retired for all of baseball forever. And we're going to get, except for the people who are already wearing it. Thanks, Vin. Let me go over a few local people who are wearing it. Mariano Rivera from the Yankees, and Mo Vaughn, who also was 42 from the Red Sox. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We had a little phone ring there, so we're back. I was going over number 42s from the local teams. And another one, as I said, Vaughn and Mariano Rivera. Butch Husky from the New York Mets also wears number 42. And we're going to get Vinnie's comments on the Jackie Robinson night and what he thinks about that in our third segment, which will be 15 minutes. And then at the end, I'll be back on. We may show some more clips later. But next time we put on a show, we will be back to a regular 3 people. And remember, this is only for one time. It may happen again, but but we're sorry if this caused you any difficulty. Let me go over the Kentucky Derby, which is happening right now. The Kentucky Derby starts at, I believe, 5 o'clock. Let me just give you the possible number one contender for the Kentucky Derby Championship, and that is Pulpit. And he leads the line for the Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby starts at 5:32 on Channel 8, and coverage starts at 4:30. But let me just go over a few of the odds to win the Kentucky Derby, and I'll just give you the top. I'll just give you the top three. So, Pulpit has a 2-to-1 odd chance to win the Derby, and another surprisingly favorite here is Silver Charm with a 5-1. So I'll look forward to number 5 and number 7 Pulpit to possibly win the Kentucky Derby, but obviously there probably will be other winners or close winners, because you can't look at the odd winner as a chance to win it. Well, I got about 2 more minutes left in this segment. As you know, we didn't go over this in a while, but the Hartford Whalers are moving from the state of Connecticut, and they may move to Raleigh-Durham, or now I'm hearing Fayetteville, North Carolina. So the Whalers, I knew they were going to move all along. We brought this up in our last show, which aired May 3rd, and during that May 3rd show, you saw a few of the goals that the Whalers scored against the New York Rangers, and we're going to get I want to hear Vinnie's comments on the Whalers when he gets back on. But obviously, we're all disappointed here. I thought they had a chance to stay. They were going to get a possibly new owner to buy them up, but that never happened. So they are going to move to either North Carolina for possibly. They ain't going to stay there for, maybe. They're only going to stay there till '99, and then after that, they're going to see where they're going to move. But right now, for the 1997-98 season, they will move to North Carolina. And that's all the time we have for this segment of the show. Vinnie will be back. I'll be taking over the camera, and we'll see you in a little while.
Sounds like Mortal Kombat, don't it? That song is just like Mortal Kombat's song, and it's also like Glacier's song from the WCW. Yep, Glacier from the WCW. This segment is about wrestling, but before I get to the wrestling, keep it on. Let me just lower it. Anyways, before I get to the wrestling part, let me just talk about the Whalers. I heard a lot of stuff that they were going to move to Columbus in 2000, in the 99-2000 season. I want them to stay. I heard their own old owner or the Mashantucket Pequots, along with the Mohegan Suns, were going to buy them out. So they stay in Connecticut. But hopefully we get the Patriots, and that would be great. That would be great. But now let me just say, hey, I just got to say this. I got to contribute thanks. I got to say this. I got a lot of respect for Jackie Robinson, breaking the lines, as Macho Man Randy Savage would say it. But, yeah, I got to give him a lot of respect. I got a lot of respect for him. I like him. And he probably, out of anybody in the whole world, whether it be war vets or not, he's probably got the most guts out of anybody that has ever lived. Because he went from his own world to a league and a world that he did not know nothing about. Hey, and you got to also give respect to the owner of the Dodgers at that time. I forget who it was, but you got to give respect to him because he had him in him. He was the first guy to ever let a black player play on his team. That was great. Now on to wrestling. WCW, WWF, NWO, NOD, anything you want. But let me just say this. It's too sweet that the NWO is getting their own movie. If you watch Nitro on Monday, April 28th, Monday, April 28th, you saw that the NWO, the first NWO produced movie is coming out around next year at this time, starring Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, and oh man, when I say the NWO goes all out, the NWO goes all out. Well, first of all, let me just promote something. We have, well, we're actually we do. We have our own webpage. It is http://members.aol.com/bbfan10/www.vvbsportswire.com. And that's our own webpage. We have links to NWOWrestling.com, Ravens.com, WCWWrestling.com. We got links to almost about everything. I tell you, this is great. Having the music, having the microphone, it's just a dream come true over here. But anyways, as you know that Vinnie went over on pro basketball, pro hockey. Speaking of which, let me get to wrestling. I was getting off the track of it. But anyways, coming up is WCW Slamboree 97 and WWF In Your House. At Slamboree 1997, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, the Nature Boy who is right now, who was injured, he got cleared by the doctors to wrestle, but after, what is it, May 18th, I believe, yeah, May 18th, 1997, on Slamboree on pay-per-view 1997, he is teaming with the fake icon Rowdy Roddy Piper, Dot Rod, and Kevin Green. Listen, Green, I like the Panthers because you went there, but seeing as you went to the NWO, I still like the Panthers, but I don't like you. And they are going against the NWO's team comprised of Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, who is back, and Six. Now, why would they put Six? Six. Yeah, he's a great wrestler, I'll give him that. But, I mean, he's not a wrestler like, say, a Buff Bagwell or Scott Flash Norton. Or, you know, they've got so many other guys to choose from. Why would they put out Six? Hey, Hollywood's on location, but they got Savage. Take Savage in there. Take the other icon. But let me just say this. If anybody could break up the NWO, or if anybody could break up anybody, it will be Sting. As a matter of fact, I better check right now if he's not up here somewhere. But you can't find Sting anywhere. Whether you go to a WCW sanctioned event, arena, NWO, you can't find Sting anywhere. Sting is up in the rafters, and he'll come down like Batman anytime. And he'll take his baseball bat out and point them. As a matter of fact, come with me, cameraman. I want to show you what Sting does. Come with me. Come with me. Come on. Oh. Come with me, cameraman. Let me show you what Sting does. You coming? Yeah. Here we go out into the garage. Here we go. Well, I'm going to be using a wiffle ball bat. But what Sting does, here's one. He has it under his cloak like this, and he takes it. He goes on the middle rope, points at Hollywood Hulk Hogan. As a matter of fact, let me just say this. Let's go to a commercial break. Well, a cut break right now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. The lighting was bad in there. If you could see me, I'm sorry about that. But that's a little more effect, because no one can see Sting, because he's got all that white face paint, the black signs coming down, black leather, black shirt with the white scorpion on the front. It's kind of like The Undertaker, the WWF Heavyweight Champion. But Sting, as I told you, he points that bat at you, and he could break up any kind of group, any kind of clique that you want to know. Speaking about a clique, let me just say this. If you read the predictions volume magazine of the WWF magazine, one of the predictions is actually coming true. Maybe some of the other ones are, but I didn't pay attention to those. But the one that actually is the one that said that there's going to be a Stone Cold Clique. Now you may be asking me what's a Stone Cold Clique. But what a Stone Cold Clique is that the clique, Shawn Michaels, is actually going to team with Stone Cold Steve Austin for, well, let me just say this. It said that Stone Cold was going to be in a feud with Shawn Michaels. All right, we're back on. Sorry about that. Another phone interruption. What was I talking about? Let's see, that interruption messed my mind up. Well, I'll start from blank. That I said that Sting could break up any kind of... Oh, yeah, the Stone Cold Clique. Oh. Anyways, the Stone Cold Clique. Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels are going to be in feud, but they were going to be on the same side. Looks like that because they're going against the Hart Foundation now with 4 members. Bulldog, who is... Bulldog and Owen are the tag team champions. Bulldog's European champion. Owen is the now Intercontinental champion after he beat Rocky Maivia. Move the cord. Sorry about that. I had to mention that. But anyways, yeah, so they have every single title except for the heavyweight title held by The Undertaker. But now, the 4 men, let me tell you. The Bulldog, Owen Hart, Bret the Hitman Hart, and now, you'll not forget, Jim the Anvil Neidhart is back. Back in wrestling. He saw Raw this past Monday, which was, like I said, April 28th. Oh man, I tell you, he attacked Stone Cold Steve Austin. But Stone Cold got carried out in a stretcher. Which that really, you know, hey, Bret Hart left in a stretcher. Why don't Stone Cold sometimes? But Stone Cold's a man. Bret Hart is just a little teeny mouse, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, you know, that's mainly all about... Oh, let me talk about that wrestling that's coming to SCSU, the Moorfield House. Yeah, let me just run down a couple of cards that I remember. ECW guys are going to be there. Doink the Clown is going to be there. Mr. T. Rodman is going to be there. No relation to Mr. T or Dennis Rodman, the NWO. But, yeah, there's going to be some ECW wrestlers, a couple of WCW wrestlers, a couple of WWF wrestlers. It's a benefit for, I forget the kid's name. He has leukemia. But, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm going to be there. We're going to be getting our first interviews there. We're going to be interviewing Doink the Clown, and we're going to also be interviewing a couple of the ECW guys. Me and Brett will be there. Vinnie won't be there. But, yeah, me and Brett will be there. Vinnie won't. So we'll bring you those interviews as soon as we get them. Anyways, that's mainly all about wrestling. Oh, In Your House. That's right. In Your House is going to be May 11th, 1997. WWF In Your House. I don't know, actually, any of the matches. They haven't announced any of them on Raw. Except for Ken Shamrock versus Vader. Ken Shamrock. You talk about Dean Malenko as a guy who has 1,000 holds. Ken Shamrock is a guy who has 1,000 submission holds. And Vader, you stuck your nose in where it don't belong. Right after you got arrested in Kuwait, you pick on Ken Shamrock. Now, how smart is that? How stupid do you have to be to do that? Well, I'm telling you, Vader is a stupid guy, but he's a good fighter. And if anybody could give a good fight to Ken Shamrock, it will be Vader. I'm out of time for this segment. Vinnie will be coming on next, so he'll be talking about a couple of other things. Anyways, good luck, Ravens. Good luck, Whalers, wherever you go. Peter Carmanos, you're going to have bad luck. Alright, we're back, everybody, with the VVB Sportswire.
Alright, I'm back. Vinnie, your cameraman is Vinnie Apicella. And right now, I just want to say, before I forget, we will be getting you New Haven Raven interviews coming soon. And we should be at least in another month, maybe 2, we don't know. And we're trying to get a few people in particular, like maybe a Mike Sape, maybe Lloyd Peaver, Gibson, who knows, we don't know yet. But let me just go over about Major League Baseball right now, and what are my surprises and my disappointments. Obviously, my surprise people here with teams, I'd say Colorado and San Francisco, because they're both tied for first, but now Colorado has a one-game lead over the Giants. And my disappointment right now, like Vinny said before, is Chicago. 8-17 record. You know, but I think the biggest disappointment with them, Albert Bell and Frank Thomas aren't doing anything, and Robin Ventura is out for the year, and that ain't going to help him being out for the whole season, because I don't know if he's coming back, probably not. But let me go over here about the Indians. The Indians right now are 13-13, half a game out as of May 3rd, 1997, and I think they should come back and possibly win that division. If you think Chicago's going to win the division, they're going to have to step it up. They're a little weak on pitching, but they may contend for the wild card. The Yankees and Red Sox, on the other hand, they're going to have a battle all year with the Orioles. I think one of those teams could get the wild card, and one of them could win the possibly division. Well, right now, another surprising team right now is the Anaheim Angels. 500 team. Right now, I thought they'd be maybe 5 games below 500. But they are surprising. But I don't know how long it could last with them. Now, moving over to the National League. As you know, the Atlanta Braves are 20-7 and definitely heading towards the playoffs, especially with the additions of Kenny Lofton, Michael Tucker, and Keith Lockhart, we forgot to say before. And the Cubs, as you know, started out 0-14. They're now 6-21. And the Reds are now 8-19. And they ain't doing nothing fast. I think the Reds could be firing their manager in Ray Knight pretty soon. If they don't get going, they ain't gonna have a manager to say manager pretty soon. So they better get going. But the Padres, 10-15 right now. You know, obviously last year they won the division, but I thought they would be up to first, maybe second place by now. But they ain't doing nothing now. You know, they're 10-15. You know, 8 games back of Colorado and San Fran. You know, 8 games could be a lot by this time of the year, but it's still early. You never know. Now, if you're asking me about Jimmy Key, Jimmy Key is just helping the Orioles in every which way. You know, the Yankees and George Steinbrenner, bad move in getting him away. Key, Wetland, and Laird, 3 of their top players from 1996, are gone. And, you know, it could hurt them in the long run. You know, I don't know if they're going to keep it up. You know, the Orioles, obviously last year they started out with a good record and they fell. But this year, with Jimmy Key, if their pitching and defense holds up, they could possibly win that division. Cameraman, what do you want to do?
Whatever you want to do, man.
Let's cut for a break. Gentlemen, sorry about that. We had a little miscommunication there. But I just want to say, last week's show, the end of the show, were courtesy of CBS Sports, the national championship, in which we went to Arizona. We congratulate them. We forgot to say that. So, Arizona Wildcats, national champions. And I just want to say another thing. I'm going to go for another few minutes here, and then we will go to a few more clips of possibly Yankees. And next week, we may have Nitro and Raw clips for the first time. And I believe that's all Vinny wanted me to say. But right now, I'm going to give you some songs. And I'm going to go to the Nation of Domination right now on my computer here. We're doing something different for a change. Remember, next week when Brett Garrett's here, we'll go back to regular. But we may do a few things like this. I just want to play the NOD song if you haven't heard it lately. That's right, the Nation of Domination. And remember, the NOD is going to be going against Ahmed Johnson in a possible match at In Your House. And remember, In Your House is this Sunday, and Slamboree 1997 is the week after that. Alright, let's go to another song here while we have a few minutes left. Let's go to the Vader song. Vader is a big powerhouse right now in the WWF. Obviously, he has his ways with people, and I don't know if he's at In Your House. Do we have any word on that? Yeah. Vader will be going against Ken Shamrock. I think Ken Shamrock is going to probably take the match because he's first time wrestling against somebody, but you know how that goes with the WWF. They make, like, you remember the Lawrence Taylor against Bam Bam Bigelow? It'll be the same thing. Ken Shamrock will win, but Vader will give him a good fight. Vader, if you haven't known, this comes from the Rocky Mountain state of Colorado. Give you a few more information on him later, other time. Alright, we will go to one more song. I believe the LOD or Ahmed Johnson. Which one do you want?
LOD.
Alright, we will go to the LOD since the Ahmed Johnson song is a little lengthy, and so we will go to the Legion of Doom. We'll get back to you more matches next time and go over In Your House and Slamboree. But here is the Legion of Doom. That's right, the Legion of Doom, back in the World Wrestling Federation. And let me say here, they don't have any specific manager. Remember, most of these tag team people in the past have had managers. Some of them have, some of them don't. But the Legion of Doom prefer not to have a manager. But they used to have a manager. And I don't know if we have his name. Yeah, Paul Ellering. Alright, that's all the time we have. Cameraman, you want to come this way? We were going to be taking you into the garage again for about a minute or two. Back here at the VVB Sportswire. And we just want to share a little bit what Sting does again, if you haven't seen it. Well, he has his bat in his hand, and anybody who he can attack, he just goes after him. And we're going to do a little demonstration here. You want it, Vin? Probably not now. We can't really do too much. But he will attack you in his ways, and the NWO Sting is much like him. But that's all the time we have now. So next week we will be back with regular stuff with the VVB Sportswire. And remember, check out our new webpage. And we hope to see you next week. So for Vinnie Agliardi, our cameraman right now, Vinnie Apicella, we'll see you next week. Peace, everyone.
Everybody, we're back. Sorry about that. We said that we were done, but we're really not. We're going to show you our webpage. We're not going to show you the real webpage. We're going to go to my AOL, well, our AOL site. We're just going to show it to you. It's not fully on yet, but we will. We're just going to go to it. We're going to show you it. How it is in the making of the VVB Sportswire worldwide webpage. As you see, Vinnie focuses on here. Create a page. You want to go to create a page or edit? Edit?
Edit.
Alright. Go to edit. See, VVB Sportswire on the web. As you see, it's going to go to it. You should see it. It says personal publisher. See, there it is. VVB Sportswire on the web. Is this too sweet or what? It has a link to the Ravens baseball. Sorry about that. It's got a link to the New World Order of Wrestling, WCW Wrestling. We're in the middle of getting Ahmed Johnson's song on there. We got the NOD's music. That's the only NOD music that we got.
Oh, Vin, and we should tell them that it's not officially on yet.
Yeah, it's not officially on the web yet. It should be very, very soon. Let's edit page. Let's go on. Let's see if we can edit the page on the air.
Oh, that'll be something.
Yeah, that would be something. That'd be the first time ever. I'm in.
Yep.
And Brett's not even here.
Oh.
He wish he was. Alright, here we go. Edit content. Let's go to Vinnie Brett.
So Vin, we got about what? 8 minutes? 10 minutes left.
Well, about 8 minutes, yeah.
Are we going to show any more clips to the viewers?
No, not really. No. Well, get out of here. Edit this. Edit it. Yes, we are going to edit it. Even though we can't even get to it. Oh, never mind. There's some kind of some problem with it. We don't know how to get to it. That's the only problem. Whoa. Raw, no. What happened? Don't tell me we gotta type it all over. Alright, let me go. Get out of here. Let me view it. We gotta do it all over. Let's do it on the air.
What'd you do, Vin?
I don't know. I did not do nothing.
Go to, get out of the, close every window and then go to edit.
Alright.
This is something different here at the VVB Sportswire.
Yep.
You may never see this again, so.
I know.
Because next week, man, we will be going back.
See, yeah.
Regular.
We do have to do it over.
Well, I believe we're going to leave you some with 1996 New York Yankees clips, and then maybe about a few minutes, and we'll be back.
Yeah, we may do that.
We haven't decided yet.
Actually, if you want, we could show the viewers, Actually, let's see if we can hear some more songs for them.
Oh, you got to go to C, and then...
Yep, I know that. Alright, here we go. What do you guys want here?
We may not get on there, but we will just probably show you songs. Is that right?
Yep. Back, everybody. Sorry about that energy problem. But as you see, we are creating our webpage all over again because of some bad business. But anyways, yeah, we're just creating our webpage on the air. Isn't that something? Oh, Vin.
Yep.
Alright, so anyways, yeah, we're creating our webpage on live, well, not live, but on the web, well, on the air. We have 5 songs: Ahmed, LOD, NOD, Vader, and Stone Cold Steve Austin's song. So I'm just writing that in now. Let's see. Well, basically, that's all I'm doing right now. Because something got erased. And I'm just putting in the code for it to work. I'm just putting in the code that we got from an online source. And we got that code in order to make our webpage and put songs on. In order to hear these songs, you have to have the sound wave thing.
The wave player.
Oh, the wave player. So you need that if you want to listen to the songs on here. We will be putting some pictures and some other things on here. And also the interviews will be coming on here soon. And /STVAUSTN.WAV. And then you gotta put on here. Enter. And that should be it for that. I'm pretty sure. Is that all we're putting?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Vinnie, and Brett. Alright, let's view it right now.
And then we'll cut off here.
And then we'll publish it. Well, we got 2 songs on here.
I don't know why the third one ain't on.
The third one is not on. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin song on there. But we did not get Ahmed Johnson. That's another one at least. We got Stone Cold on there. No, it's not going on anymore. Let's go to the edit page for a minute.
Vin, do you know how much time we have left?
Yeah, we should have about 5 minutes. Boy. Okay, that's alright. Let's view it now. Hey.
We better put some music on, so it don't get too boring.
Alright,
So put.
yeah. Let's see, when we last left you, oh, I gotta go here a little. Yeah, when we last left you, I was getting ready to put on Stone Cold Steve Austin song. Let's put that on here. It should show up right over here. Okay, there we go. Where is it? See, you go, there's Stone Cold Steve Austin's song. But anyways, yeah, so right now that's about it for us. Right over there. Anything to add, Ben?
No, it's just that when we next time we go on the air, we will tell you if this is official or not. Then you could type it up on your computer.
Yeah.
If you have one.
If you don't, don't feel bad. I don't either. We're doing this from Vinnie's computer. But jeez. Okay, I'm watching that.
Well, I believe we're going to cut now. We may show you a few other things.
Clips, yeah.
So, alright. We might as well end it here, Vin.
Yeah. So, for Vinnie Gagliardi and Brett Garrett, this is Vinnie Apicella from the VVB Sportswire, hopefully, webpage, saying so long, everybody.
And we'll see you next Saturday.
Ah, there we go.